everyone. So it's very windy today, but I wanted to make a video for you about the 3 Gunas. Been learning about Hindu philosophy recently, and I came across the 3 Gunas through Ramana, and we had a nice discussion about them a couple of weeks ago and came across them again today. Now I want to share them with you because I think they give you a good insight into how your mind works and how these 3 energies make up everything: our minds, body and spirit. Number 1, the first guna is Sattva, or I think sometimes called Sattvic, and this is intelligence. It imparts balance in the mind, in the world. Number 2 is Rajas, or Rajas. This is energy itself, and it can cause imbalance, basically. And number 3, so Tamas is the lowest energy, and it's that of substance, and it creates inertia. So now that we know what the 3 energies are, let's discuss them a little bit more. I found this quote that said, the 3 gunas are the most subtle qualities of nature that underlie matter, life and mind. Sattva is the quality of intelligence. Rajas is the quality of change, and Tamas is the quality of dullness. I want to talk about Rajas first because it's the middle energy, and it's probably what we associate with the most, or at least many of us associate with this energy the most. Many of us practice this energy the most. Rajas is simply where we get any form of emotion from. It's all coming from either our creativity, our stress, it's excitement, or it's anger. So really the positive side of Rajas, the middle energy, is passion. But it can have an imbalance, and this imbalance causes anger or stress or sadness. Yeah, I'd say it's where emotions kind of circulate. So yeah, it's the difference between passion and anxiety. When I think about this energy, Rajas, it's your middle ground of kind of getting along with daily life. And it will make sense when I discuss the other 2 energies with you. So we have Sattva, which is the highest energy, purest form of energy, light, consciousness you could call it, divinity, whatever it is you want to call it. Sattva is illumination in its positive aspect, but it's also smugness in its negative aspect. It's clarity, or it's attachment. Now, when you think about this energy, it's good to think about ways to practice more of it. And it's the reason I'm out here now. The thing is that recently I noticed that I excuse me, my throat. I spend a lot of time with technology, and unfortunately technology resides on the lowest energy, Tamas. Tamas encompasses just, material, laziness, or depression, or just the lower energies that you can think of. That's kind of what tamas encompasses, and it doesn't take a genius to work out that if you spend too many hours on technology, you're going to feel bad. If you spend just, an hour a day or a couple hours a day, then sure, technology is your best friend. But, too many hours, it's Tamasic. So getting back to what I was saying, I've noticed that I've spent too much time in technology recently, and as much as I can feel that I'm full of this high energy, I'm kind of zapped a lot because I work with technology, Anyway, I said to myself that if I come out in nature, which is of course the highest energy, Sattva, and I film at the same time, that could be a good balance. That's kind of why I do it. That's why we're here now. Tamas. So it's patience or it's laziness. It's groundedness in its positive aspect. Even though it's a lower energy, it still has a positive aspect. Groundedness, patience. Negative aspect is sadness, depression, inertia. If you feel hyper busy in your life, then you've become Rajastic, which is the middle energy. Now this isn't bad, and this is what I've had to remind myself of recently. When I feel drained or annoyed at myself, I get anxiety about not doing things right or doing enough. What I realise, or tell myself I need to realise, is that really I'm just on a Rajastic high. And what this means is you're so full of energy that you just want to do everything. You just want to be productive. You don't give yourself a break. And I'm one of those people that will carry on and on until I completely drain myself. So I'm taking a step back, and that's exactly what you can do. Because the thing is that it's much easier to get yourself balanced again from a Rajastic high than it is to pull yourself out of a Tamasic low. I've had depression before, and for sure, that's much harder to deal with when you let yourself get down to that level. And that can happen through overworking yourself. So, you've got to become the observer in your life if that starts to happen to you. If you feel like you're pushing yourself too much all the time, even though you're being productive, then it means that you're imbalanced in this higher energy. You're imbalanced because you're trying to get too much done. So if you become the observer, then you distance yourself. And by distancing yourself, you're already getting a handle on it better. Sometimes I sit back when I'm doing a lot and I just set my own standards too high for myself. I sit back and I say, why is it I'm forcing myself to get all this work done? It's still going to get done. I still have plenty that's there, productivity wise. I've done enough. What's the real reason? And it's just over enthusiasm. It's like, I could be so good, I could be so much better. Let's keep going at it, let's keep doing it. When that's just going to lead to burnout, So instead of thinking that you're just on a lower plane and no matter how high you get and no matter how productive you become, it never lasts. Well, the reason it doesn't last is because you don't give yourself chance to rest, maybe. If you're dealing with a Tamasic type feeling, energy, first of all, you have to recognise what things it is you're doing in your everyday life that are of a lower vibration. So yeah, if you're feeling any Tamasic energy, then you have to look at yourself and what it is you're doing in your everyday life and see which parts of the day is you taking part in a lower energy, Tamasic energy. If you're constantly eating fatty foods, sugary foods, this is adding towards that Tamasic energy. If you watch a lot of TV, kind of watching things that aren't therapeutic, like reality TV, just watching things that are very uninteresting. I mean, they might be entertaining, but I fall victim of it. Sometimes I just watch things that are just so like reality TV, like something silly like Big Brother. I'll admit to you, I've watched it, and then I catch myself and I think, this does nothing for me. But it's very addictive though. And that's the thing. There's good and bad forces in this world, and the negative forces are always going to try and lure you away from the light, from the positive energies. It's just the way it goes. So you have to constantly remind yourself, nope, it's up to me to focus on the good energy, to rise up in the Sattvic energy. Sattvic energy, if you want to practice more of it, all you need to do, be out in nature, sing, dance, smile, laugh. You already know what energy those things take, right? And rajasic energy is everything in between. It's just going about your everyday life, really. But the more things you can do that's sattvic, the better you'll feel. If you ever feel that you're in a very tamasic state, a lower energy, you can simply say to yourself, and this is how you become the observer, I am under the influence of the rajas. Tamas has me under its grip. This way, you've recognized it, you've accepted it, and you can begin to move away from it. Today, that's what I did. I was getting so agitated by the fact that things weren't going my way with, technology as usual. But really that wasn't what was bothering me, because I know technology. Me and technology are best friends. I work with it every day and I know the things that can go wrong, right? Those never really surprise me. Well, they do, they still surprise me, but the main thing was that I was getting annoyed by it because I'd spent so much time with it already and the energy was just low. And when I read about these rajas today, I just remembered that I'm not cultivating enough sattvic energy, and all of this has come from imbalance. I've been on this sattvic energy this whole time up here, and working with my rajas, working with energy, creating things, doing things, productivity. But I've been doing it so much that I'm just slowly coming down to the Tamasic energy because I'm not taking a break as often as I should. Or I'm just not taking a break. I might do it, I might take a break, and I've been taking breaks and watching crap TV sometimes. But that's not taking a break. If you want to take a break, you have to do it with the right energy. Not just watching a film or a TV. It could be a film, could be a spiritual film or something that'll make you think more, but really it's human contact. It's nature. It's creativity, doing artwork or something that's just therapeutic for you. Anyway, that's all I'll say about it. They're so interesting to me that I could fill a whole other video on this subject, so maybe we can talk more about some Hindu philosophy with you in the future, because it makes sense, right? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and peace, love and light to you all.